Inside of your Fiery drivers, there's multiple options. Your Quick Access tab is what will pop up first, which are your frequently used options. Beneath that is your Job Info tab, where you can go through and manage how many copies you're putting to it. Inside there's really nothing else that you're going to need to use other than the account code, which we will move to the front panel. Underneath the Media tab, it will allow you to make sure that you select the different paper information as well as anything that you want to it. Layout tab will have your duplexing, whether it's portrait or landscape from an orientation standpoint. This is also where you would do your booklet printing from. Inside the booklet printing, there is a wizard that you can launch that will walk you step by step through. We'll get into a video of that a little later. Underneath the Color tab, you can tell it whether it's CMYK or grayscale, as well as using different job output profiles to it. Underneath the Image tab, it allows you to do some different types of halftone simulations and halftone modes, but you should not have to do anything within this tab. The next tab is your Finishing tab, where it allows you to rotate 180 degrees, determine whether it's going to be a face down or a face up output, where it's going to come, as well as are you going to get into shift mode. So shift mode will get into how do you want it to offset. Do you want it to offset in between sets and jobs, or do you just want it to offset the jobs? Typically the printer default is among jobs, so if one person sends a job, the next job comes up and it does not sit directly on top of the other one. Image Shift is an application which allows you to shift the page over to the right or the left in order to allow for hole punch. You can also play with the alignment for front to back from an image standpoint. Fold style, the folding unit is not part of this device, but 2 at center will allow you to go through and do a centerfold booklet staple to it. Underneath the staple function will tell you your auto, top left, top right, vertical, horizontal. Underneath your VDP, this is variable data printing, which we may get into in a future date. Stamping isn't something that will be used, but you can actually go through and put a draft watermark on it. And then in the center of the screen, you can go through, but you can also edit this and see where you want it to go on the page. You can change the size just by clicking it up, and you'll see that it will get larger. You can change the rotation, the degree, as well as the color. Please note that if you do print a black and white document and use a draft watermark in green, it will calculate it as a color print. The last one is the printer tray, which just tells you what's in each tray, as well as where your relative levels are for your toners. That concludes the menu walkthrough